Is going to be at the Great Ocean Road Chocolatier and Ice Creamery. So a good way to start the day, bit of ice cream, bit of chocolate, get us all in. Have to start dropping a few things. So farm, about 3 hours north of here in my early childhood. So I had a lot of fun growing up in an orchard, throwing rotten fruit at each other as kids, and then running amok as a teenager in the city of Melbourne. Now this is quite a long time ago, so it's a very different city skyline to the city in the country. So we're just taking over Sydney, both in size and population. So we like to strive and try and beat Sydney at every opportunity we get. Okay. It's a tale of 7 points on it, which represent the 6 states and 1 point for the 10 territories that we have here in Australia. And then this other flag here, which I often get asked about. Came sailing up, you saw the charts of Port Phillip Bay, 1,000 hectares of land with just a few blankets, a couple of scissors and a few axes. However, you didn't purchase this off us, so you didn't purchase it at all. So we're going to take it over. It being found, the Crown decided to make a city of it. It's laid out, the surveyors came down and started laying out the grid system there in the centre of Melbourne. And people descended on the area because there's rich farming soil all through this region. As even today, we're going to go past some of these people making their way down to St Kilda and down along the beachfront, and even making their way down to the Great Ocean Road where we're heading to. It's called You Yangs. It's a national park. Tall. COVID rolls around and they realised they hadn't been using the house very much, that they were only really coming down to the garden, and it was becoming too much of a hassle for them, so they decided to sell it, and COVID had hit, and this is when the prices were really going up. $1.36 million. So we're going to head up to...
Look, up on the next fairway to the right, there's a nice big one. That'll be a big dominant male. 50 million, more than people.
Really?
Population of Mumbai, isn't it?
Ay, qué monos.
They're very fast breeders.
Really?
The female will...
आज लोक कमी असल्यामुळे टूरची फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी आहे.
Truck, if you see a big spotlight on the roof, usually kangaroo hunters. Alright, straight ahead. There's the Bass Strait. It's looking beautiful today. Look at that, who would have thought? Actually, really clear sky, so it's going to come through waves today. So fingers crossed, everything sort of works for us, weather-wise. So if we were to jump in that water, freeze our butts off and swim south, directly south from here, we'll hit Tasmania. It's only 250 kilometres roughly.
Swimming,
yeah. It's a long swim, so don't try it. No one's done it yet. Because this is some of the roughest seas in the world, believe it or not.
You will reach Antarctica as a pole.
Later on today in Apollo Bay, as you can imagine, back in the 1800s, a lot of seafarers coming through. It was very, very dangerous for them to come sailing through this part. To the point we've had over 700 shipwrecks, and only 260 of those 700 have been found. Still out there, a lot missing. Point that they believe there's enough evidence to say it's. So it's a very famous surf coast along here. So as I was saying, we refer to the first section of the road as the surf coast, coast to shore. It's quite an iconic building in regards to that. But it's still in operation today, this lighthouse. It's all automated, of course, now, running on electricity, but back in 1890, of course, if he was at his post, he would have been able to render assistance and raise the alarm about the shipwreck, and potentially could have saved some of the lives that were lost, purely because it was on the other side of the road that was affected by the fire. So welcome. Wow, look at these waves. These are pretty spectacular. I was expecting. The word hasn't got around yet. Alright, so but that house is the only house to have direct beach access along the pole. Now this house here on the right, we call this the house on the pole T2. Now Howard Hitchcock and the investors need to recoup their investment, so they put a toll on the road. 83, it got burnt down, and so they put up a new one. This is it, and just admire this car park at the moment, because very shortly it's going to fill up very quickly. But we do get migrating whales coming through. Moment to see a whale, so don't see her in Australia. Last thing you want to see your Prime Minister wearing. Now, I trained very hard for this swimming event, especially on the pub side of things. Once I got quite proficient at that, they took that part out of the race. So no more beer drinking, it just involves running down along the beach today. So these are caravan parks. These places fill up over the school holidays, and it used to be a cheaper way of enjoying your coastal holidays, but today every second person seems to have a caravan now. And it gets quite expensive to rent these spaces. And we looked at doing it over the Christmas period. It was going to cost us nearly $2,000 for 10 days for just a bit of dirt. Alright, so we'll stop for a quick bathroom break. Anyone needs to use a toilet, so there might be a little break between the next one, but also stopping for lunch, but it's about an hour away. So we'll stop off at
They're always very close to their partners. Even in big flocks, you'll see them 2 by 2, always. They're never too far away. Anybody wants to have a family photo, let me know. Yeah. Anyone have a group photo?
Wish Sangam itu
my citizenship if I didn't play that song in its full entirety. So what we're going to do, I'll just come out. Let's take most of this as a lookout point just around the bend here, so we'll pull up and take quick photos if you like. It's also nice to hear the way.
काढला मी.
To him at all, but another name bearing the Buckley name. So find yourself there in Burke Street Mall. You'll look up. So perfect.
डोंगराच्या आली आड आहे ना.
So it's made. We're going to go for a walk, and what walking in a rainforest is not complete without a bit of rain. Species of plants, the ones that you can see here on the side of the road, are the ferns. So we're going to come across Australian tree ferns. They're the first ones you really notice. These are prehistoric. They say that the top is broken off on the top of this tree called the centurion, and it's got a diameter of the trunk of still about a metre on it. So, yeah, about a metre. So they predicted it could have been anything up to 140 to 150 metres tall. Now they do one thing that the redwoods in California, it's all part of the major new development of this area. So it gives a really good view. Looking back towards the 12 fossils there, straight ahead, and just behind us are those two extra stacks of Gibson steps, but we'll count those as part of the 12. And so there's no toilets up at the hangar, so I'll take you up to the hangar. Now, when you come back to look for me, I will be not there. Okay, it's I'm getting in trouble now.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to be parked up. See where that white van is? There's a bus bay just over that way. So I'm going to be parked up into there.
वाचलास तू. वाचलास तू.
I can't do nothing with ya. I can't do nothing with ya. I can't do nothing with ya.